Wow, that really went down so sharp. I wonder if it's going to stay like this now. Hello, people, or fellow tamers, or whatever you want to call yourselves. I'm kidding. This is your King Willick speaking. Yeah, I guess we're off to our next, okay, our last, quest from the Starmon, I guess. So what do we do here? Wow. 13 M's. And a, Magic Ruby 7. I guess that's 7. I don't know, it's in Roman numeral. So we'll accept this quest, and I guess we need poison needles. 8 poison needles from this Cannonbeemon. Oh man, another pickup quest. Well, luckily for us, this is our last hardcore quest that we have to deal with. So, yeah. Well, I guess we can go back for history. I mean, back in 2006, I guess, I started playing Digimon Battles when it was out, and I was unaware that they were evolving the game, so it was kind of hard for me to keep up entirely. So, a couple of posts on Facebook with people, you know, writing Garurumon and stuff like that. I was actually curious as to how or what kind of game that was or whatnot, and no one would fill me in until lately, like back in 2013. Somebody actually added me, and they actually play that game. And I've posted on Facebook repeatedly about what this was about. And I thought to myself, maybe that would be the type of game that I could hatch all the Royal Knights in and tame them all. And luckily, I can only tame at least 12 of the legitimate Royals. And that including Slayermon. And yes, I did count him as a Royal, no matter what anybody says. He is a Royal to me. I'm going to leave it at that. So, anyway, there was a debate on whether or not Kudamon was actually existing in GDMO. And we got past that argument, of course, after losing a few guild members, by the way. And all because of a simple argument. I've been trying to show this guy pictures of this countless run-in I had with Kudamon and tamers of Kudamon. He said never existed. So, that being said, that was the most dumb argument, or one of the most dumb arguments I've ever had in Lucemon. And I'll never get it here. I mean, we keep up with the dates, we keep up with the events, we know what's going to come out and what's not in ahead of time, and to sharpen skills, as I've proven time and time again, there might be some cases that, you know, require some attention. Like, for instance, some people may come back and say, this Digimon hasn't come out yet, or in the wilder case of yesterday, this quest cannot be redone, like, for instance, a Joker's quest. I cannot believe I was lied to about that, because, you know, yes, there is an option. You can go burst mode for Omnimon, or for Wargreymon and Agumon and Galvamon, and you can go Jogress. But whatever the path lies, if you choose one, the other will be locked. I mean, like, for instance, if you choose Omnimon for Agumon and a Zed cannon for Gabumon. Omnimon will no longer continue because it needs 2 Digimon for the Joker's quest. I believe I've pointed that out from time to time, but I'm not so sure how many videos I've had to point that out in, or if it was just pictures, I can't remember. But I have pointed it out. And there was someone on Lucimon, I think he was like 14, maybe 15 years old, trying to hold that argument with me. And I keep telling him time and time again, and I wasn't losing my cool, by the way. I was actually surprisingly patient with him to show him that when I reached 70, that I would actually show him what would be locked while finishing the Joker's quest. And before I could even do the quest, or show him rather, he realized that, or I should say he finally realized that once a Digimon is locked out of Jogras, he has to rehatch. And it took 3, maybe 4 people to help me tell him that, and he keeps telling me to shut up and stop talking about it because he still had high hopes. And I'm not one to shoot people down on their hopes, but whenever it comes to telling the truth and not let anybody down in the process, it's kind of a hard work. I mean, I've been trying to be honest with people since MySpace came out, and everybody thought I was lying completely. And I understand in their point of view, they expect me to lie when I'm not, because I never do. I'm like 95%, yeah, 95% honest with people. The other percent, well, let's just say I'll never get grounded again. But anyway, yeah, there's like certain lies I can tell that'll either keep me out of trouble or protect somebody else's feelings, one or the other. But when I want to be honest about something that I truly care about, well, that's whenever you get the game. I'm not one for red flags, but you'll understand later on later on down the road. But as I was saying, it's important to be fully acknowledged about what you're doing with the Digimon, how you're raising him, how you're hatching him, and all that other nonsense. But hypothetically, say if you wanted to actually convince yourself of that situation, how would you handle it? I mean, I would be honest, as I always am, but it's just hard work, and it's draining my ability to keep faith in humanity at some point, because all anybody want to do is lie, and troll, and spam, and all that. Ooh, what's this? What? I got 2 of these eggs and they're not stacking? What's the difference? Oh, this one's UK and this one's WG. UK. WG. Huh. Well, each their own, I guess. Oh, and I'm almost at 200 of these cracked egg stacks. So I'm almost up about 90 eggs. So, yeah, I'm going to let some of my mathematicians try to figure that out. If you take a row of 7 and fill them up with like a 90M range of cracked eggs, or a stack of 90M's worth of cracked eggs in each row, how many would you come up with? Because I tried to run that by a calculator and I couldn't do the math. I feel so stupid trying to figure things out like that. Well, I'm actually running low on KFC. I might have to do that grind soon. Well, sooner is better than later, I suppose. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Oh, and the reason why I'm still having these eggs in inventory is because I'm waiting for the recruits to come by. And the only way to do that is to get this done. Cannonbeemon will act as your storage component, and Pawn Chestnut Black, I guess, is your egg scanner, and the archive right behind them. And to your surprise, some people may not see this and some people do, but whenever it came to Western Village, there was actually an egg scanner, I guess, missing, or was it storage? I can't remember. One of the two were missing. And I tried to prove that a while ago, and I just couldn't get it to come out. And I guess taking a picture of the possibility was not even an option, I guess. I'm not sure, but they wouldn't pay attention. They thought I was lying once again. And so I let the subject go and went on from there and learned that you would have to complete maze quests to get them there. Reinforcement had nothing to do with just maze. It was all over Western's map. And I'm not so sure if it's about all over the place, like other maps, but I know it's convenient for Western. Although I wish they would do something like that about Waterfront too, because Waterfront needs some work done to it as well. Because I would have to go to server continent in order to find an archive. And that is saying something. And to anyone's surprise, server continent is not as big as everyone expects. I mean, once you mapped out the area, you'll be zipping through quests and achievements faster than you thought you could. And I've done like, I don't know, like 50 quests in the server. The main part of server anyway. And like 3 in the canyon, and only 1 or 2, maybe, possibly, in the desert next to the pyramid. I know that one of the dailies that show up after reaching a certain point would be Izzy giving you a pass into Edamon's territory. It's just like picking up Kaiser warp gates from Wormhole after hitting down on them so much, and you'll be picking those up from left and right. I've collected over 300 and some odd Kaiser warp gates from Roman, and for each quest a day you only get 1 pass from Izzy to visit Datamon. And I don't know why that is, but that's just how they made it. And as far as that goes, if you have a Digimon as high as 90, when you're at least 70, you get a quest up on the 3rd floor. Is this a... Nope, it's a... Oh, wait, Ferrymon. Ferrymon. Where's F? There we go. Kazumon. I got a Kazumon summoning card. Great. I already have 2 of her spirits, but anyway. Yeah, it's not that hard to go through server as it is for Maze. I've pointed out the differentials before, whenever I was confused about where some of the landmarks would be whenever it came to putting down Edamon's network. And I thought they were talking about Maze, and I came to Maze that one day after actually finally getting in here, and I was like, where's the Sphinx and where is Edamon's dark network thing at? And no one told me that that was in server. I had to figure that out for myself. So whenever I got to server LSD 5, I was mind blown. I mean, my 3x5 XV got me there lickety split. I mean, I was able to like do everything with just that one Digimon that I've hatched first. All the other Royal Knights, I'll point this out, all the other Royal Knights that I've hatched thus far, was to help me level up my tamer and help me to get places that were basically level capped, like Waterfront, for example. I couldn't do any quests at a certain tamer level. And that being said, it had somewhat to do with the Digimon level as well, but that's just the case. I mean, I couldn't do anything past that point. XV was so high, I wasn't getting much experience at all. So what I had to do was hatch more Digimon to get to where I needed to be, and I've hatched all those Royals by luck. Needless to say, through Cannonbeemon's shop, and the hatch backups that we've had in prior events that we had to deal with, and that wasn't so bad. I mean, everybody in my guild that I've came up with so far since before this DCing incident, everybody from my guild just left us. I mean, they were off so much. They were joining the Korean server, and I can't find out where most of them went. The only person that's stuck with me is with us right now, and his name is Tifatzwa, that we call him Toph, because he's a cool guy like that. I respect him so much. He's helped me out through thick and thin throughout my whole entire DMO experiences, trying to note all of this stuff down, and he's helped me quite a lot. He's actually helped me get my first Jogres Alphamon, and I pretty much got, how do I say this? Onmon by myself, even though it took me a while to do it. I mean, the only people I could say that helped me back then was Tifatzwa and Shannon. And Shannon kind of left us the whole entire server, and I'm not so sure where she went, but after helping her with her Alphamon quests, she gave me the Omni Sword for Imperial Ultramon. Everybody else just bailed and left because they keep calling me names like, what was it? Something like a War Desper or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was called. Crap, I can't remember. It was so long ago. But yeah, it was hectic. I stood here trying to help these people out, and they disrespect me like I was some kind of an idiot. And all I ever did was wanted to help these people out. And all because of one argument, somebody pulled ranks from my guild. And that was terrible. Just terrible. Kind of partially the reason why I left Lucimon in the first place. Because I hated how cruel and just demeaning everybody was there. It was kind of sad. I mean, first everybody started on my Vmon, that was fine. But when everybody starts trolling with lies, that's not okay. And carding while you're trying to do dungeons as well is not okay just the same. I mean, we have enough people trying to cause massacres and all this other crap in the real world. We don't need cyberbullies on the side. I mean, I've done myself well to get, or to be a better person as I was then, because all I wanted to do was help people out. And so far, what we've done successfully was help tamers get through the game, training them on how to do this, how to do that, how to get more Digimon, as I am doing today. But I'm doing this on a greater scale, by the way. I'm not gloating or complaining or anything, I'm just stating the obvious. There's got to be some way to get these people to stop acting the way they do. I mean, if you've seen Dat Center, the Dat Center is filled with money-hungry people, and they want nothing but Terras. And you can see it through their shops. I mean, they have prices up so high that I was willing to change all of that. But what we did successfully is, number one, help the way people see new tamers that come in. And what did I just get? Why is my thing all the way up there? Oh, arcane double core. Huh. Well, anyway. Recently we just, well, I should say, I got Hulu pushing a license for a season 5 episodes through, so I can put Data Squad up on the website. I've got... Actually, I have to have a chance to get Move Games to do us a favor, because I forgot what it was about, but there was something that needed to change here. And it wasn't just about the smartphone apps or anything like that. It's like there's quests and mazes and stuff that were broken that we went on 3 days on doing and still couldn't finish it. Like, for instance, Mudfrigimon's scarf, we couldn't find it. We only needed to find 5 of them, and for 3 days straight we couldn't find one, and that was sad. And yeah, so we were on the verge of making things happen, and for the better. And somewhat we did. We cleared up that center a little bit. We've made people see what they were doing and who they were at some point. But no matter how many heads we cut off, 2 more seem to grow, and it's kind of ridiculous about how bad tamers are to each other these days, just because it's like they want to make it look like a competition, is what it is. And we gotta fight for a better idea of PvP. I mean, if we had a goal, for instance, to make PvP something more reliable, such as, are you on the Dark Masters team or are you on the Royal Knights team? That would be something worthwhile. We would have, well, we'll still have the Sovereign dungeons to deal with, but we'll still have to, like, fight other tamers and their Digimon to, like, take them out and stuff. We need some plans like that. And as it stands right now, with no PvP, this is like a shoot straight through game, like very somewhat dull and somewhat obviously a little boring. I mean, yes, we're getting more skills, and we're not just messing with just 2 buttons, F1 and F2. We're also getting some AoEs. I mean, Magnamon showed me his AoE, and his Magna Blast took out more than 6 Digimon at once. That's a given. That can be used in Chimeramon's dungeon, but I'm not so sure about everything else. What else? Helping people help others. Like, for instance, not be so greedy around terrorists and wanting to help train other tamers to do the right thing. Like, for instance, not troll so much. Some people want or need to get drops like Evos or Digicores or something other, just to get what they need, like cloning or whatnot, and get all that done. They would help out, but they gotta realize they are, or when they need to attack, and how soon is soon, like, or how soon is too soon. Because if you're not in a party, or you're the first to attack, some of the other tamers won't be able to pick up their items that they're looking for. And that's kind of the touch-up story of what we're dealing with, because it's like, whenever you're carding MC7s, you're looking for either Digicores or you're looking for Evos. And most likely you'll end up with 3 Evos in 1 card. That's good. And sometimes, more than likely, you'll end up with nothing at all, which is expected. But most times you'll end up with boss cards that will end up giving you either Evos or Digicores. And I'm not so sure which is which, but it's up for them to drop, so I don't take it so hard on them for it. But if I run out of KFC anytime soon before I finish this quest, I might have to pause this and go to side grinding for KFC before I even go down to 0, because I think I'm at 8 right now. Yeah, I'm at 8. And I was up at 90 something when I started. This is monotonous. So after this quest, we might have to give it up for the night and do some side questing. Or side grinding. KFC farming, if you will, but still grinding. And why do people call chicken combos KFC? Have you ever seen a KFC bucket? Kinda looks like this. We got 3 more to go. No, 2 more now. Let's hope we can get there before we run out of time. Ooh, we got more accelerators. How many accelerators do we have? We have 28. Well, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to bump this up a little bit faster. Come on. Oh yeah, and the least bit of settings that I've set up was to get rid of the annoying boss alerts, the annoying sounds of someone hatching a Digimon past 3x5, and the aura that just spins around the Digimon at full blast. You won't be able to see the screen. I had to turn everything, all of those off, including Digimon talking. Wow, Vmon, you could actually make that move? Wow, I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed with your skills. Oh, and we got another quest to do at 65 too. The oh, I got a Cannonbeemon link. I'm gonna turn that into a Digicore real soon. What was I saying? Something about... Oh crap, I can't remember. Stupid ADD. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look back at that and try to remember what I was talking about. Because I can't remember for the life of me. And holy cow, Imperial Dramon, you're almost at 85. Like, literally at the edge of 85. Dang! If only you people could see me now, riding on top of the world. Wow. Just wow. Yeah, I just can't remember what I was gonna say. I don't get it. I try to remember something important, something else that distracts me and throws my mind off track. Ridiculous. I wonder why they call it the train of thought. Yeah, I might have to put this quest on hold because I'm running low on KFC. Yep. Well, actually, no. We will finish this. Just give me a couple of minutes. But what are we going to talk about now? Yeah, we need like PvP, like a decent PvP badly. I mean, to, you know, show off our skills, fight in battles and arenas, something like that. Except for the idea that we were giving, putting our rookie-sized Digimon in a arena and fighting our battles with 3 stages, or 3 rounds. That's just ridiculous. We can't do that. I'd rather have it where we're fighting or battling with the Digimon that we have with us now than to put them in an arena without us, because that just seems wrong. I mean, we have like 4 slots open. Sorry, not 5. 4 slots open for Digimon, and we are unable to tap either one of their potential. Because that idea of fighting with rookies was so wrong. I would like a chance to go with a different competition than count ranks when raiding, because that just annoys the heck out of me so much that everybody believes that everything is more better than a 3x5. And I have to disagree. I mean, ranks don't mean much when you've got something that is actually decent and fairly powered enough to actually get you by. I mean, XVmon at a 3x5 cloned 12x12, yeah, he's gonna get you somewhere. And I'm about to fatigue as well. Holy crap. But, yeah. As far as that goes, yeah, I would rather have a tamer to Digimon battle with other tamers. Because how could you go wrong? I mean, if you exploit the essence of agility, the power, the skills of the tamers that raised them, you have utilized the respect of each and every good tamer out there wanting the competition. I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I'm just saying it like it's needed. We don't want to have like 3 rounds of a Digimon match. Oh, 85, awesome. a grudge match in a cell somewhere, like a dungeon cell or something like that. So this is not a chicken fight that we're asking for. We're asking for something that's more hardcore, or a little hardcore than what Joymax probably had showed us. I'm not even sure where I got that video from, actually. I just know that somebody threw it in my face and I was like, whoa, this can't be happening. I mean, this is their idea of PvP. I'm not falling for it. Because to be honest, there are better ways to go PvP Valor for something so obscure. Am I hearing things or am I hearing voices? I think I'm hearing things. Oh, my personal shop license expired. Well, guess what? I gotta get rid of that now. My 5 days are up. Well, time to get a new one, I guess. And I still only got one Kazimon spare summoning card, which I'll have to deal with later. Okay, 7, 8. 7, 8. I only need 2 more. Grab the 2 that we need. Let's go. I ain't got time to sit around and do this all night. This video's gotta end soon at some point. No boxes. No presents. I feel so bad now. So bad. This is just my luck. Oh, and by the way, so far, 5 Royals in not Lucimon, in Lilithmon. 5. I have Alphamon, Magnamon, Allforce Vidramon, Imperial Dramon, and I'm looking for others. I'm going to need some hatch backups to complete the set, but I'm unable to get a Kudamon. So if anybody has any ideas on how to finish the collection, let me know. And as I said before, if you want me to do a live broadcast, do say so in the comments below. And we'll see you guys later. I'm gonna end this video right now. I won't return the quest until I've got... Okay, never mind. I've actually got them all. And my voice is about to break out because I've been talking all night. Now all I've been drinking was ice water. So, that being said, we'll pick it up from the next quest after I do some side fishing. Oh, look at here. We don't have our backup resources yet, but I bet if we turn this in... Nope. Rescue young Mudfrigimon. Alright, so we're going to rescue him next, so we'll be right back.